Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Vicky Njuguna, and today I'm going to start a series, finally, Mental Sundays, and I'll be basing my topics mostly on mental health. So on today's topic, I wanted to discuss about 10 signs that you are in a toxic relationship. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So what really comes in your mind when you say a toxic relationship? For me, a toxic relationship is where I feel like I am not being accepted as who I am, or maybe the relationship is quite abusive, or maybe we just like not respecting each other. And I get sometimes we don't see these signs, but that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give out my honest opinion on what is toxic to me, and there'll be 10 of them, so make sure you stick till the end so that you can know what is toxic or not. So I actually researched for this, and I wrote down the most important toxic behaviors that you can note in your partner when you're in a toxic relationship. So for me, number one always has to be lack of communication. I mean, we cannot say we are dating and you're not talking to me. You're not telling me your interests. You're not telling me where you are. You're not telling me what you're doing. That's not being clingy. That's just there's a word for it. I've actually forgotten. But then the point is these simple things like, today, babe, I'm going to do this. Today, I'm going to go this. Today, I'm going to go with this one. That's communication to me. The small things really matter. And if you find out your partner is not telling you those tiny things, you cannot know where your partner is, or you don't know what the partner is doing at that time. That's just informing someone just in case of anything. And the moment you hide that from me, that will be a number one red flag, because I really want to know where you are. I want to know whether you're safe or not, because I care about you. So if that partner of yours doesn't even tell you those small things, or let's say for example you in a small argument and then you decide to just let it slide, that's the worst mistake you can do when you're in a relationship. You have to talk things out like mature people, because you two are mature. But if your partner is not willing to talk about the issues in your relationship, that partner is quite immature. And that's on period. Yeah, if your partner is not willing to tell you all that, please just note that as a red flag. And if you can, just try tell him that you're not talking to me, you're not telling me stuff. And if he doesn't change, or if she doesn't change, please get the fuck out of that relationship. Yeah, that's point number one. Point number two, narcissistic behaviors. I cannot even start speaking about this because I'll go on and on and on and on, because I've experienced it firsthand. When let's say you're new in this relationship, right? You're not trying to work things out, happy moments, sad moments and everything. But then you find out that your partner is always telling you things that are in favor of him or are in favor of her. In the point you won't have a balance in your relationship. Whatever you do, it always has to go in line with whatever your partner has said. So long as it favors him or her, that's it. And that's quite toxic to me, because I want to be heard. I want my partner to get where I'm coming from, so that we can come to a common agreement. And if that doesn't happen, this guy is quite narcissistic, or this chick is quite narcissistic. Hey? If I start telling you my experiences, I swear you'll be shocked. Because when you're in that situation, you suffer emotionally, not physically per se, but you'll suffer emotionally and mentally, and you don't want to tamper with your mental health, especially for someone. Please put yourself first. And if that's a toxic staying in your relationship, walk out, I beg. Number 3, disrespect. I cannot condone someone who does not respect me and we claim to be in a relationship. This is because, let me start. First of all, that is the first requirement if you want to get into a relationship, right? You should have studied this person well enough to know that unless he respects me, he wants to hear me out, he respects my decisions according to my life, because it's my life, not his or not hers. That's it. And the moment this person disrespects, as in that's it for me, honestly. Let me give you an example. There's this one time, like, you'll find, let's say it's your chick or your guy, you go to his phone, like, you're not publicizing your relationship per se, but people know that you're dating, right? And then you find this person has been flirting. Yani kai, hey, this person has been, the thing is, like, if that's disrespect, you cannot be flirting with other people. And those same people know the exact person you're dating, because it's quite humiliating. It makes you feel belittled. That's the best word I can use, because, like, how can you even start saying, okay, this is my guy, this is my chick, kwani ujihurumie or kwani unihurumie to the point of you disrespect me to that extent? Because, and if, let me tell you, if you find out something like that and the guy is willing to change or the chick is willing to change, then okay, that's a mistake which was done. But if the thing is persistent, I walk out. Number 4, let me turn the page. Feeling drained. This is in the sense of you in that relationship, right? But then your mental state is not okay. You feel like you have drained so much of yourself. You're no longer yourself in that relationship, because this person has literally taken control over your life to the point of when you say something, it doesn't mean anything to you. So you just have to flow with whatever the person said. And this is highly tied to the narcissistic behaviors. So you don't feel happy, you're always worried. As in, this guy has, or this chick has put you in the situation of, let's say you did a mistake, right? And you did not seem to correct that mistake. Let's say whether it's cheating, whether it's lying, whichever mistake the person did, you're always in that state of, okay, maybe right now he's doing this to me, and I cannot even do anything because I am so much in love. I can't leave this guy. Please, that's damaging your self-esteem. Very, very, very bad for your mental health. So please, do me a favor, communicate. If it doesn't work, get the fuck out. And most of this actually is tied to dishonesty and lack of trust, because when you do a mistake, I personally, I know when someone does a mistake, or if I do a mistake to my partner, the person will lose trust in me, right? But then I know that I'm supposed to cover up. Let me use it that way. I'm supposed to cover up for what I did. I'm supposed to reassure this person that I am sorry, I did that. I promise to correct my mistakes and I'll work on myself to do that. But then if the person is just like straight up arrogant, like, okay, I'm sorry. As in, after that, it's just that the person just assumes like you're okay because you've just apologized. That's a very vague apology. And trust me, an apology goes a long way. You have to do so many things so that this person can feel like it's okay now, I'm fine, I'm cool, we can go back to where we were, right? When you stay in that relationship where you're feeling drained, there's nowhere it's going, because it's not bringing value to you at that time. Neither is it bringing value to the person who makes you feel drained, right? Because you're just wasting your time there. Please walk out. Number 5, when you're always in a hostile atmosphere. This in the sense of he'll do a small mistake. This person gets angry. Angry, shouting. Sometimes they get physical and everything. There's even no word for this. That's toxic, pure toxic behavior, which personally, I also struggle with that. But then I have to control myself. If I'm angry with someone, I'll just tell this person, I'm angry with you. I don't feel like shouting because I know the second I start, I won't stop. You will feel so offensive. You just have to control yourself. But if this person feels so entitled because that you do mmemkosea, I will just do whatever I want because ni mimi umekosea. It doesn't work like that. You have to respect each other. Please respect each other. And most of the time, you'll find that this anger is caused by, let's say I've done a mistake, and this partner won't sit down and talk with you. This person will get angry. This person will get angry. Atakushautia, atakupigia kelele, he'll call you all those names, being abusive and everything. And you won't sit down and talk. You'll avoid the situation because you're afraid of being shouted. Let me tell you. I was in that one situation at that time. I was very angry. I shouted at this person. It was almost a point of losing it. I was losing it. I almost lost the relationship. But then I just sat down and told myself, you have to calm the fuck down if you don't want to lose this person, right? That's one thing I also have struggled with. But then, it's facts. Facts remains to be facts. I'm not an angel, but you continue learning through the problem. If you're not ready to learn, then you're not ready for the relationship to begin with. So that's another toxic side. Number 6, judgment. Judgment in the sense of this person. Let's say maybe you're struggling with some insecurity, like I'm too fat, I don't feel pretty, or if it's a nigga, maybe it works on both sides. And this person will judgment. It won't even be direct because you're not dating. It will always be indirect judgment. Like this person will tell you, hey babe, see you go work out kiasi, you think you're becoming too fat. Like hakwambi na uzuri, anakwambia vibaya, you're becoming too fat, please go work. Like if I'd appreciate it if someone tells me like, hey babe, I think it's high time, like we go work it out together. I'll help you to reach to, you go back to where, something like that. That's not judgmental. Like that's constructive criticism, as Wizo says. Like people don't make it look quite offensive. Like you're supposed to look for a way of telling your partner that this is not it. I'd not prefer, I'd appreciate if you do that. You get, like when you judge someone, or let's say this person has done a mistake, right? You will judge this person because you'll call the person names. You'll be like, so no wonder do nakuanga hivi. No wonder this. You're like these people. You're like, you get, I don't know whether you understand me. And that constant criticism will belittle this person to the point of you will feel drained. That relates to the 4th point. Please don't judge your partner. Be nice. I'm also a straightforward person, but when it comes to me telling someone the truth, I'll plainly tell the person the truth. But it also depends on the person you're talking to. But at this point you're talking about your partner. This person is close to your heart. So please be kind with your words. Number 7, persistence and reliability. Let's say, for example, I'm trying to start something like this. Let's say this series I've started, right? You want to rely on your partner, like, hey babes, you share for me, and then this person is just like, he's not even concerned about what you're doing. He's not even supportive of what you're doing. Or maybe you want to start a business somewhere, and this person will not even give you like hata hype. You won't get the hype of you got this, I believe in you, something like that. That's toxic. That's the plain truth, right? And you cannot rely on that person in any way, which makes you feel like in the relationship alone, miss independent or anything. If you have someone like that, that person, just know that person is not even ready to be in a commitment with you at that time. That person is just how do I put it? This person is just thinking about themselves, which is bad because you have to commit, honestly. Committing in the sense of you always supporting this person. If you love, how the hell do you love the person without supporting them? Or are you just there for decos? Like, please work out. And this leads to my next point: lack of consent. Oh my god, I have so many examples of this according to my experience. If your partner says no to something and the partner ends up persisting, that's a sign of lack of consent, honestly. Let me tell you a scenario in this. This time, this nigga, this person was really pushing for us to get intimate, if you get the kind of intimacy I'm talking about, and I wasn't ready for it. And then when you find like, I can't even start because it's just bringing up some bad scenarios over there. You forced to do so many things, yet you're not ready. You have not even consented to that, right? This makes you to avoid like so many things. You don't want confrontation, so you'll just end up doing them because hautaki kugombana na mtu isikae ni kama sijui. You know, they'll create that excuse of mbona nanyima and mimi nchale yako, you know, they'll guilt trip you so bad to the point of you don't want to argue. You just like do it because you have to do it so that you cannot argue with this person, and then you're doing it because you claim you love please walk the fuck out. What the hell? Because me, honestly, even when I see a friend of mine who is telling me akiuchalea na niforce kufanya, I'll just tell her straight up, please walk out. That person is draining you so bad, and you won't realize it just because you're in love. This, you know, I cannot even if this person should go and look for someone who is hungry just like him or her. You don't have to force at it because they cannot even start, right? The ninth point, I guess, physical or verbal abuse. I cannot even start. Please, this is just straight up toxic, and y'all know it. So please walk out. And also on verbal abuse, that's like insulting. Like, fuck you, Europe. I don't want to use bad words today because it's mental Sundays. And the point is, like, if this person constantly insults you, like me, sabi mtu anatusi tunapelekana wapi? Because why would you insult me? I know I've done a mistake, but why? There's no point of that. So that's like no discussion, period. Walk out. And the 10th point, nothing gets resolved. This is a personal experience for me, especially because I'm one person of holding on to things. I hold them kwa roho ndani, in my heart. I hold them so much until I feel like I'm okay, I can let it go. It will just be a constant reminder in my head, like, I can't live for you. But then I also came to learn that it's quite toxic. Yeah, that's a very toxic behavior. That's something I came to learn, because when you have such issues, and of course, as you all know, every relationship has issues. You'll try so hard to let go, or you'll try so hard to come into an agreement. You'll come to an agreement, yes, but then another issue pops up. You'll be like, na ile siku ingine unakumbuka ulinifanya. That's one thing I came to learn, that it will bring, how do I put it? it will drain your relationship so bad, to the point of this person feels like you're there just for the sake of being there. And I won't even straight up lie to you. I was at that point, like, even the person is questioning you, do you really feel this relationship? Because all the time we try and solve things, you always bring them back and everything. But then, you're always ready to be corrected. You have to correct yourself first so that you can move on and be in a healthy relationship. So when you keep on reminding them their past mistakes, which they corrected, and you saw they corrected, and they are really working hard to bring back the trust that was there, but you still keep on bringing all the past back to the present, that's toxic, and it will lead you to a bad place if you do not work on that. And that's it for the 10 toxic traits of a relationship. And let me tell you one thing, if all this will just be solved if you are honest with your partner, if you're given consent, if you don't feel drained, if you all communicate, if there's less judgment, if there's no hostile atmosphere, trust me, your relationship will be total. You'll be happy. You'll be in the happiest place of your life. And trust me, that's the best place you want to be. Of course, you all want to be happy. You don't want to be stressing about my partner and a relationship is not something to stress you. It's something to make you happy. It's something to make you grow to be a holistic person. And it's something which should make you mature in so many ways, so that that's how you learn how to live with someone. If you want to be in a committed relationship for long term, please learn how to live with people. And you have to accept how the person is, and this person has to accept how you are, so that you all can come to a common agreement that this is how things will be going, right? But if the person is toxic and is not willing to change, you cannot change a person. Let's start from there. You cannot change a person. But if the person is willing to change just for the sake of the relation, that's a good change. That's a good progress, right? So if this resonates with you, I hope you liked it. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. And I'll be posting every Sunday, because I've started the series of Mental Sundays. Every Sunday from 3 p.m. I'll just be posting every Sunday 3 p.m. No compromise. And yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I beg you. Thank you. And that's all for today. Any suggestions on any topic you want me to talk about, feel free to comment. I reply to all the comments. Yeah, I do reply. And have a nice Sunday and much love. Bye.